Rob Treend, Chief of the Richmond Volunteer Fire Department. We're from Richmond, Michigan, up near Port Huron. We're just here inspecting our new Rosenbauer engine. It's a replacement for our other engine that we sold a few months ago. This was a demo truck, so we got a little sooner than a normal custom built. We were able to change a few things on it that we needed. It's pretty much our front runner truck too. This is pretty much runs on most of our calls. We do mutual aid to all the surrounding departments in the whole county pretty much. Start off in the front. A few things they're changing for us, but they're not on yet. We have a little fancier grill with our name in it and stuff. Front trash line that we use on car fires on 94. We run a section of 94 a lot. We added our front suction there because we do a lot of tanker shuttles and we have to suck out of ponds. We have a foldable pool that we call it, comes from our water truck. A lot of ours are rural areas, so there's no hydrants or anything, so water has to come to us. As you can see, it's custom cab. This is the newer model, so it's got all the newer computer screen and all the controls are up there. Fully automatic, air brakes. This one is a little fancier. It's got some power windows and things in it, so nice little thing for the guys, I guess you'd say. We have room for 4. As you can see, seats are all air pack ready. Those guys are all set up, and usually when this is the first one on the scene, that's 2 crews going in the house already geared up, ready to go. This is a first for us. This is the first time we've done a enclosed pump panel. We do a lot of country roads, a lot of gravel roads, things like that. These have a tendency to get pretty messed up in the salt spray in the wintertime and everything, so we're gonna see how this works out for us, but everybody says it's great. This truck runs 1,000 gallons. We have a foam induction system, runs off both cross lays, and the front pre-connect we can inject foam into the water if we need it. As you see, the next compartment would be our fitting compartment. We just have a few shelves. Everything goes on here next to the pump operator. This compartment is going to be for a lot of our hand tools. It has a tool board that swings out. We can put tools on front and the back of it and against the back wall. Last compartment here, we're either going to have one of two things. This might be our medical compartment. If we run this as a more of an accident rescue truck, we're going to have jaws and everything back in here and in the middle back compartment, depending on how we configure the back end of the truck. This is something a little new for us. We actually have ladders now that we can get up into the hose bed. We carry almost 1,000 feet of 5-inch. And we'll carry a little over 1,000 feet of 2.5, and it's laid both ways, either forward lay or reverse lay, depending on which way we're going to the hydrant. Sometimes we'll go to the fire, turn around and run hose back to the hydrant. Sometimes we'll tag a hydrant on the way in and bring it in. So it all depends which hose I grab. Ladder compartment, we have a roof ladder, extension ladder, 2 pike poles, and an attic ladder, which is pretty much a standard setup for any engine. This compartment back here is going to be either one of 2 things. It's either going to house all our JAWS equipment for rescue, or it's going to have a lot of our fan and extrication stuff and all the other tools we need for house fires, depending on how we set this truck up between here and the ladder. Obviously more compartment space, same thing. This will be set up once we get it back to the hall, depending on how we want to do it, whether it's a full structure fire truck or it's a little more of a pumper rescue. Another tool bin we have here. We don't have the swing out board in this one. This one isn't as quite as deep. So we'll have at least a couple extinguishers in here. We'll have some other items, things like that. This may even end up being our power tool compartment with everything mounted up and all the battery chargers and everything in it. Another compartment here. We may have a lot of floor dry, extrication equipment, specialty tools. If it's a rescue setup, we may have it set up with some rescue jacks, airbags, things like that in here. This last compartment is the other half of our pump panel. This is the pump panel for the other side of the truck, obviously. You have big, large diameter discharge, and you have a small 2.5 discharge. Booster reel, enclosed booster reel. We use a lot of that on car fires or little fires, grass fires, things like that we get toned to. That'll come out. There'll be a nozzle holder right here. We'll be able to just grab the nozzle, throw the hose on it, and then we just hit a button to reel it back up and we're off and gone. Yeah, I did. I mean, obviously this was pretty much a big group effort. We went through the sale of our truck. We had some things that it was 13 years old, so we decided that we could actually sell it off and actually recoup a little bit of money instead of running them till they're pretty much gone. That's usually what we do in a small communities. Obviously, trucks cost a lot of money. Small communities, it's pretty tough to finance them and pretty tough to be able to even get them. It's tough when you have 30 guys giving you suggestions on a truck. It seems like you'll never get through a spec, but it went through pretty quick. We knew what we needed, so here's our new one. Thanks to everyone in our town, the big city of Richmond.